Guess he didn't come live today. What's today? Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday. I keep thinking today is Wednesday. That's cool. Okay. Hey, Sophie. How you doing? OMG, I was thinking if you go live, I'm sick in bed, can't sleep, gotta go work in a few hours. You still sick, Panda? Sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better. You gotta drink some lemon tea, you know? Lemon tea and some D. What the fuck was I gonna do? Yeah, right. I'm good. All was good. I had a good day. Finally went to my mommy's and cut the grass because I always get sidetracked from certain things. So I finally cut the grass, hung out with her for a bit. Hey, Christy, how you doing? Oh, gotta eat them lemons. All you gotta do is get a lemon, right? You know, like your weather's been done in the rain. Oh shit! Yeah, here it's hot as shit. I was sweating like crazy. What you gotta do, Pan, is go get yourself a lemon and cut 3 slices of lemon peel, just the peel, like the skin, and you put those 3 lemon peels inside the inside of hot water. You like just make like a tea, like you know, like you're making tea, but just use the hot water itself, right? And then you put a scoop of honey in there if you want. But if you just have just the lemon like peel in there and hot water, and you drink it like you're drinking tea, just it's like lemon water. If you do that, you'll feel much better. Trust me. I know YouTube. I'm not giving medical information. This is Marky's mommy's remedy. Okay. And I'm sharing it with you all if you get sick with the flu or a cough or anything. Hey Lisa, how you doing? Yeah, if you try it, you won't regret it. Yeah, if you want like natural remedies, you know, you laughing at woman. Um, so yeah, you can get like lemon peel, not lime, lemon. It has to be lemon. If you don't like the lemon taste too much, you can just put 2 lemon peels, like just peel 2 slices. But don't actually use the lemon itself, just the outer, you know, the outer part. So if you can do that, you know, yeah, just the peel. Yeah, you take the lemon and you take a knife and you skin you take the peel off. You take it to where it's like the white on the inside, on the outside, like inside. I mean, so yeah, I'm gonna have to learn you. Just the peel, no lemon itself. If you use just the lemon peel, it'll turn yellow, and you drink it. And you got to drink it like pretty warm. Don't drink it hot, obviously, but just drink it like warm. And if you want, you could put a teaspoon of honey in there if you like honey. No sugar, no nothing. Just the lemon peel and the hot water. That's it. But if you have like a tea bag and you want to make actual tea, and then you just add the lemon to it, if you want to do it that way, if you can't handle drinking it like without the tea. So yeah, that's what I do when I get sick. So yeah. Oh hell no. Vicks, yeah, Vicks works, but a lot of people put Vicks on their feet and then they go sleep with it. They don't put it on their chest, they put it on their feet. I don't know why, but I don't care why they do, but I ain't doing that shit. Hell no. I don't use those things. Yeah. You can drink it at at home at work or whatever, it don't matter. And when you finish peeling like those pieces off the lemon, just put it in a plastic bag and put it in the fridge. Lemons are very useful for a lot of things. If you want to take negative energy out of your house, if you want, what you laughing at, woman? Uh, I'm being dead serious. You could check it out if you want to. I'm not bullshitting. Christy be like, this guy is always talking about feet around here and toes and shit. Yeah, you put the Vicks all between your toes and shit, like toe jam. Especially if you goddamn crusty ass feet. Oh, but Lord. You have to cake the whole bottle on there. But another thing you can do, Panda, right? Another thing you can do is get some rubbing alcohol. If you have rubbing alcohol, just take the bottle and just smell it. Like, don't get too high, like, Like, just try and the alcohol, the rubbing alcohol will make your nose clear. It'll free, it'll hook you up. And then if you want to, right? If you want to, you can get a handkerchief like this, right? And you put it all together. Yeah. You put the rubbing alcohol all on here, right? Tie that bitch around your head like that, bang. And then you can smell the alcohol as you put it on your forehead. You smell the alcohol at the same time, and it clears your headache and it clears your sinuses and everything. Rubbing alcohol is the cheapest and most effective thing you can use. And YouTube, leave me alone. I'm not giving out medical information. Now you can learn a lot from me. All you gotta do is listen, and you'll learn a lot. These are old things my mommy told me. Any other tips? Nah, that's pretty much like what I do for, you know. What about cough? Eat raw onions for a cough. That's what I do. If you got a bad cough, onions get rid of your cough, like raw onions. So if you like onions, then you're good. You can put it in your sandwich. Like if you eat like a tuna fish sandwich, you can put some raw onions in there. You don't like onions, Christy? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I can eat raw onions, no problem. Yeah. Yeah, see? See what Lisa said? You guys think I'm bullshitting. You guys think I'm lying. I'm being dead serious. See, Lisa's got my back. See that? Dang. I eat raw onions too. Yeah. Yeah, see, Aquarius are smart. I try and tell everybody Aquarius is the smartest sign in the world. Yeah. See, Christy? Christy be over here talking, laughing at my ass. I'm telling you the truth. This is all shit my mom taught me, and people taught me like all that shit. You know? Yeah, you can do all that. Well, exactly what Lila, she said, no, I ain't smelling like no onion. Well, if you're around, if you're by yourself, then what's the difference? If you're home by yourself and you eat onions, who you gonna impress? Your fucking dog or yourself? If your dog smells, he might like it. Yeah. There's so many natural and cheap things you can do. And if you want, you can get an Epsom salt bath. I just had one just now. About an hour ago, I had a, well, probably a little earlier than, probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, I had an Epsom salt bath. And it was so good. I feel so energized, so relieved. And see, a lot of people get a bath and they just take care of their body in the water. But what you gotta do is take some of that Epsom salt in that water and you gotta splash it over your head like that. And put like 3 or 4 or 5 times like that. Let it go all over your head and rub it all in your face. Don't get it in your eyes and don't, lick it and shit like a dog. But just put it all over your face and put all over your head and everything. It makes you feel so much better. I feel so much better that I had that Epsom salt bath. And you got to sit in the tub for like a half an hour. Take your phone. Make sure you don't drop it in the water like an idiot. And just go on your phone, start doing shit. And by the time you do shit, boom. Yeah, see that? Dan says, sometimes I even listen to Mark. See that? Thank you, Dan. You're a good brother. Okay, Lisa, take care. Thanks for giving the information and confirming that I wasn't crazy. Yeah, I feel good. Epsom salt bath was good. You got an Epsom salt bath? Man. Yeah, Christy, you can do that too. Salt water can do it. Yeah. But it's too damn cold to go in there now. It's the water's still cold. Even though it's hot as shit, the water is still like a bit cold. It's like when it's like an average of 85 degrees all day, every day for a week, that's when the best time to go in the water is. I can't handle going in cool ass water. That shit, my balls be up in my belly somewhere. Hell no. Fuck that. That's too damn cold. I gotta go in there when it's nice and warm. It's not ready for beach weather yet, for going in the salt water yet. Mind y'all go in the salt water, sure. The beach is pretty much right here. The beach is literally 12, like nah, not 12, fucking, I wanted to say 12, like 5 minutes away by, it's a 12-minute walk because I've done it, but it's about a 5-minute drive, not even. Get a wetsuit? Hell no. My balls would be all fucking squished. Hell no. Wetsuits are meant for women and guys with small nuts. I can't do that shit. Hell no, no wetsuit. Do the surfer secret, yeah. That's for you. See, you be surfing everywhere. Not Marky, no. I ain't surfing nowhere. Hell no. The only time people surf in Bermuda is when a hurricane's coming. Yeah, that's shrinkage. No. My balls ain't gonna go hide. I can't do that to my balls. Hell no. My cousin, he surfs. But the only time they really get to surf is when the big swells come in from like the hurricanes before and after. They go catch surf or like during like like a storm or something like that. Those crazy fuckers go out there. Sea temperature in Bermuda is 25 degrees? Hell no. Oh no. Marky's got a gun that more, a little bit more. Oh, I'm sure. Any secret I know is Victoria's Secret. That's the only secret I know. Victoria's Secret. I don't know if Mo know damn Surfer's Secret. I know it's Victoria's Secret. Oh, well, there you go. Now you know when you come to Bermuda one day, you can jump right in there. Oh no, I like the water nice and warm. They can jump straight in that biatch. Yeah, go for it. There you go. Now I have to test it out. I'd have to go down there. Yeah, see, it's the same thing. If I get the time, I'm not gonna promise anything. But if I get the time tomorrow, I'm gonna ride the bike because it's supposed to be a beautiful day here tomorrow, right? The beach is literally 5 minutes away by bike. So I'm gonna go on my nephew's bike and I'm gonna take a ride because I haven't been on the bike in a while. So I'm gonna go down there to the beach and I'll record it. And then I'm gonna take my slides, right? So I can take them off and put my feet in there and see if it's cold. And I'll record it for you guys. And if it's nice, I might go right in. We'll see. If I think about it and remember, I'll go down there. I'll show you the beach. I just read what you said. She's talking about piss in your wetsuit and go in, you'll be just fine. Oh hell no. I'll make sure I never ask you to borrow your damn wetsuit. I damn you smelling like piss. Oh good lord. That's one way to do it though. I see what you mean now. I see what you mean. Oh good lord. I kind of figured that was the secret. I kind of figured it. Christy got jokes around here. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna piss in your wetsuit and go in. Fuck it. Whatever you do, don't eat asparagus before you do that, because that rains. You're gonna have to throw that shit away. Your piss be smelling like fucking poison. Yeah, exactly. There you go. See, you said it right. We used to get in that creek in my town. The water used to be. Yeah, I remember you saying down there was cold as shit. Oh hell no. But hey, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. Gotta wash your nuts in 40-degree temperature and shit. And poor things. I eat flowers for breakfast. Yeah. You eat asparagus and you go in there. Oh boy. That bad soup, you have to throw that shit away. That thing will be stinking. Oh, shit. Obviously, it's gonna go. It's gonna rinse out and everything. Shit, that's a regular thing. Shit, if everybody pissed in their fucking pants and threw it away, there'll be none left. Shit. Of course, if you're in the water, you piss in there anyway. It's kind of gross when you think about it because you end up eating the fish and everything. But the piss doesn't stay in one place. Everything water evaporates, new water comes in. So the water is recycled. That's why everything grows still in there. Yeah, there you go. Hobo surf. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I used to have a wetsuit when I was young because we used to do skimboarding. We used to surf every now and then, bogey boarding. Me and my cousin, we did that shit when we were young. We had all that. I can't remember if I ever pissed in a wetsuit. I can't remember, but I probably did if I really had to go. I'm not sure, but we had like a O'Neill wetsuit one time, and I had one, and my nephew had one. I mean, my nephew, my cousin had one, and we used to go bogey boarding in the wintertime when it was rough and like the waves and shit. We used to go surfing and stuff. He had a nice surfboard. Hey, you never know where these look. The convo went from peeling a lemon to pissing in a wetsuit. You can't make this shit up. See? I'm trying to cure your ass from your cold, and Chrissy's talking about pissing in her wetsuit, and that's a secret. See what I mean? See what we got? See what I got to deal with in here? Oh shit! Man, from peeling a lemon to pissing in a wetsuit. You can't make this shit up. It's all Christy's fault. I'm gonna blame Chris. It's all your fault, Christy. All your fault. Yeah, I'm sure, Dan. But sometimes people gotta realize that that shit doesn't stay in one place. Like water goes everywhere. So it doesn't matter. You guys wanna laugh? Two people in Bermuda got caught fucking on the beach over the weekend, and they got arrested. And they said that the woman was completely naked, and they couldn't even find her clothes or anything. And then all they had was the shoes. So I don't know what the hell happened there. They must have been high as fuck, or they must have been all like drunk or something. But it was like in the afternoon. Two people they're probably not from here. They probably must have been like tourists or something. You can't be nude on the beach here. It's against the law. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, it was during the daylight, yeah. It was in the afternoon. Yeah, you got arrested if you're naked on the beach. You can't do that shit here. Yeah, you can't be fucking on the beach. You can't do that shit. Yeah, they got caught. It's not the first time that shit's happened. I was laughing. I see the post on Facebook. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you idiots, yo? Like, you fucking serious right now? Apparently they must have been. It weren't no quickie, that's for sure. Apparently they were there for a while. Somebody was actually filming them for a while, and right after that, they called the police, and they were still fucking. Yeah, in the day, it shows them walking off in the day. It shows them all walking off with the police, and they're handcuffed, and they're holding their like slippers or Crocs or something. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, what a bunch of idiots. Yeah. Hey, at least you got some dinner, Dan. You got a frozen trout in the line. You could take the trout and take it home and eat it. And it was frozen. Let me see if I can find the thing. Hold on a second. Let me see. Um Let me see if it comes up. No, I can't remember where the article went. I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to read it. I don't know. You guys could probably Google it if you want to see it. Just say 2 people got caught on the beach in Bermuda, and the article will probably come up because on my phone on Facebook it doesn't show it. I'm telling you, they was doing some bullshit. I was like, what the fuck's wrong with these people, man? Because one of the witnesses would like the comment. One of some of the comments are always hilarious, right? Yeah, exactly. Sand in the coochie and the bunghole. I know, shit. I don't know how people could do that shit on the beach. That's some whack ass shit. I would never want to do that on the beach like that. And it ain't gonna be there during the day. I'd do it, but not during the day. It'll have to be at night in like, this secluded area. And I ain't want no sand all over me either. It'll have to be on one of like a lawn chair or something. Fucking crab ain't end up coming out of a hole somewhere, or it might come out of hers. Hell no. They were sprawled right out on the video is out there. I didn't see the video, but my friend was telling me the whole thing. I told him, don't send me that shit. I don't want to see nobody fucking on the beach, bro. I don't want to see that shit. Take that image out of my mind. I don't want that. I don't want to know about nobody else. Me and my girl can do that shit. Sure, I'll do it. If she said, baby, that's my dream. If my woman said, look, my dream is to fuck on the beach one day, I was like, all right, that's cool. We can do it. But we ain't gonna do it in no broad daylight. We're gonna do it somewhere where I can know we'll be okay. Ain't gonna get caught and get arrested. Hell no. I'd have to rent that Airbnb that I worked at, the one with the private beach I showed you guys the other day. Yeah, slow mo action's all right. Slow and steady wins the race. Too fast is no good anyway. It's not enjoyable. You gotta go slow. Especially if, you gotta go slow if she's a hoe. Because if she is a hoe, then you're gonna lose out. That shit's gonna be about 2 minutes. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Gone. She's gonna take your damn money. Put your ass to sleep. Let's go, but only if it's in slow mo. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The hooker would take his ass to it. Yeah, damn right. A hoe would take you. Hell yeah. Hoe's gonna take your money and go fast as hell. She wanna get out of there and make that quick 100 quick, 5 minutes. Not even. Shit. Poor guy spilled his cheese. Not his fault. Oh shit. I'm so glad I don't see that shit like in real life. Me going to the beach, got my fishing rod. Yeah, I'm going fishing around the corner here. All you hear is I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh god, it can't be these fucking people are fucking here. And like how dumb are you? Suppose a bunch of kids are playing, right? And the ball goes to where they are, they go get the ball, like, you know? Like you never think about that shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You have to be high out of your brain. You have to be drunk or high to do that shit. You can't be in like in a real state of mind, like a normal state of mind to do stupid shit like that. Cause you know you're gonna get arrested. You know? I don't know about if he's drunk then that shit's gonna stay there. Yeah. They gotta be drunk or high. It has to be. Maybe she fell asleep after. No, she was active the whole time. Apparently, like the guy was laying down on the towel, right? And she was on top of him riding him. And her things were out and everything. That's what I heard. They were telling me. My friend called me and said, "Hey, you saw the video of that dumb fuckers on the beach?" I'm like, "No, bro. I got the video. You want me to send it to you?" I'm like, "No, bro. I don't want to see nobody fucking and all that shit, bro." That's for them to. Hey, you could watch that shit. I ain't watching no idiots on no beach fucking, bro. I don't know these people. He said the girl was on top of him, and then they was recording it, so it went viral all over Bermuda. No, they said the woman was completely naked, and the guy like had shorts on, but like she obviously I don't have to go into detail, but yeah, apparently the guy had black shorts, swimming trunks on, and she was riding his ass. So yeah. But they were like not even trying to hide it. There was no rocks around, no nothing. They were just in the middle of the beach. People walking by and they were still fucking, didn't even care. I was like, wow. It's not easy. Apparently, it's all over the island. Everybody all over the island has the video. I don't want it. I got two people try to send it to me. I'm like, no, no. I don't want to see that shit, bro. I don't want to see a bunch of people fucking on the beach. Those people should be ashamed of themselves. Tarnish these people's eyes. And the only picture I saw was them walking away with the police in handcuffs. That's the picture I saw. Because somebody filmed them and they didn't even care. They were watching the people film them and they didn't even care. So they was fucking high as shit or drunk. Guaranteed. They was on some mollies or something. I don't know. I don't know, bro. Nothing doing me. And then there's another video of these Dominican Republic chicks in Bermuda. Both of them are married to a Bermudian guy, and both of them were arguing at the club outside. There's like a place here that has an outdoor like bar, and people are eating and shit. And yeah, pretty much, Christy, yeah. And these two girls started gunning at each other. One cracked the girl over the head with a bottle. And then next thing you know, the other girl pulls the girl's hair and the weave comes out of her head. Hey, that shit was funny as hell. I try not to watch things like that because I don't like to watch violence and things and, all that type of shit. It messes with my, my psychic shit. Like, I don't really like seeing violence like that. But I watched it. It wasn't that graphic, but it's just stupid behavior. A bunch of women fighting each other. One person pulls the weave off the girl's head. One other person like slaps the shit out of her. And the other person throws it, hits her over the head with a bottle. I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck are these people doing? It was on the holiday here too. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these damn people? I can't look at that. I can't see violence and all that. It's fucking annoying. Hey Tanya, how you doing? You good? Yeah, a bunch of crazy people. A bunch of damn crazy people, yo. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to even think anymore. These people are fucking crazy. People are just crazy, like, you know. Hey Val, how you doing? Yeah, I don't really like watching violence too much, especially when it's like real, like, you know. You're good. Good to hear. Chrissy's like, go ahead, pull my hair. I dare you. I dare you. Wow. You go, girl. That's the shit. So you can roll with me now. See, now that I know you gangster like that. You can roll with me, shawty. You made it through another day. It was tough, but afterwards I made it. Cool. Oh, nice, Tanya. Well, I'm glad you had, you know, a good afternoon. And I'm glad you ate some food and you made it through the day. That's a good thing. I'm the same way, Christy. I don't want to fight nobody, but I will if I have to, you know, which I don't want to. Yeah. Damn. What is my sign? No, I'm an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius, but I have I have Virgo moon. I'm an Aquarius sun and rising, and I'm Virgo moon. That's the only Virgo that I have in my chart, and I watch out for Virgos. What about you, Val? What sign are you? Well, maybe it's the Virgo moon, I guess. And I like Virgos. Virgos are good friends to me. You're on the cusp of January 16th, Capricorn Aquarius. Well, that's not quite the cusp, but yeah, you're close enough. You're still a Capricorn, though. But you're almost an Aquarius. So yeah, I'll give you a pass. Don't listen to Dan. He ain't no damn Virgo. He's a Virgo. She says, I'm not a Capricorn. No, no. Val's like, look, I'm not a damn Capricorn, all right? I'm too close to fucking Aquarius to be a damn Capricorn. No, no, you're still a Capricorn. It's okay. I don't know why people think I'm a Virgo, but yeah, I guess if you guys think I am, then that's cool. Whatever. I mean, I do have Virgo moon, so I guess that's probably what it is. And I love Virgos anyway. Hey G, how you doing? Hey Kimberly, what's going on? I don't really get like a sign vibe too much when I see people or read people or whatever. I don't really get the sign vibe, but at least you guys do. But yeah, they say your moon sign is who you really are. Uh, I guess. Yeah, the Virgo comes out of you when we talk about feet. There you go. Yeah. Everybody tells you that they know you're a Scorpio. Okay. I don't really look at people like as their sign. I look at their character and like that type of thing. I don't really say, "Oh, I know you're this and I know you're that." I mean, sometimes I might get a vibe off of somebody where I think that, they might be this or whatever. But usually I'm wrong when I try to guess somebody's sign. I'm usually wrong when I guess somebody's sign. So a lot of people say a lot of things. But yeah, exactly, Val. I agree. Yeah. Because, you know, there you go, Kimberly. He did it to himself. So now you're free from dealing with him for a bit. Hopefully he straightens his life up. You know, some people need that wake up call every now and then. I mean, astrology is something that I don't really follow too keenly because astrology has been wrong for many things too. I only deal with certain parts of astrology because in everything and anything there's good and bad, right? So a lot of people don't really come in here and say, "Oh, I know you're an Aquarius." Like they won't say that. They always say something else. No one's ever come in here and like, "Oh, I knew you were an Aquarius. I could tell." So me, I'm the same. I'm the same way. I don't really say, "Oh, I know you're this sign." I'm the type of person like that works off of somebody's actions and emotions and how they talk and how they treat me or how they say certain things. So if I know you're bullshitting, I'm gonna call you a bullshitter. If I know you're lying, you're a fucking liar. If I know you're a selfish biatch, I'm gonna call you a selfish biatch. That's how I work. I don't care about any sign or any house or anything. The astrology is out of the questions. I work on the energy exactly. It's how you approach me is how I'm gonna approach you. How you deal with me is how I'm gonna deal with you. So you're cool with me, I'm gonna be very cool with you. You're nice to me, I'm gonna be probably nicer to you. You're bad to me, I'm gonna get rid of you. It's just that simple. I don't give a shit what your sign is. That shit's never been a thing to me. You know? Even when I do cards, I don't even say the sign sometimes unless the person's talking about that type of sign or they want to know if that sign comes up. I'll mention it, but that's not really a big deal to me. See, Dan said his sign is will work for beer. So there you go. My sign is Aquarius, Sun and Rising, and that's who I am. I'm always gonna be an Aquarius. I ain't gonna be no other part of my chart. I'm gonna be who I am. See, that's why we have astrological signs. You are the date you were born on. So if you were born on a certain date, that's your sign. The rest of your chart can have something to do with you, but I feel like psychics and astrologers put too much oomph in that those things. Like, oh, if you're, people who do general readings on here for all the signs, one of the worst things that I hear them say is these words. If your sun sign or your rising sign does not match, check your moon or you're this or you're that. So they're always trying to justify you resonating with some bullshit that they're talking about. You got me? It's a general reading. So it's gonna resonate or it's not. You know? And when I read somebody, I never ask them their sign. Never. Ever, ever. I'm like, what sign are you before I move on? No. I don't care about your damn sign. I'm reading your energy. I'm reading the energy of the person you're asking me about or whatever you want to know. You see what I'm saying? Unless you're specifying like what sign you want to be with, then none of that shit matters. It's all a bunch of like bullshit that people invent. That's my opinion. I mean, take it or leave it. Anybody can have whatever opinions they have, but to me personally, that's what I think. I don't really dwell on it too much, but that's just me as a person. I don't really care about that shit. Just like how they say, oh, an Aquarius man and a Libra woman, even though they're both air signs, it won't work. Or an air sign and an air sign ain't gonna work. Or an Aquarius and an Aquarius ain't gonna work. You know, a Libra and a Libra ain't gonna work. You know, or this ain't gonna work and that ain't gonna work. Meanwhile, there's all these people out there that they work perfectly fine because it's not your sign, it's you as a person. It's how you treat people, you know. But astrologers want you to believe that shit so they look like they're right, you know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's good, Kimberly. You'll be safe. I'm sure he won't. You know, exactly. You can call the popo. But yeah, that's my opinion on those things. And if anybody has a different opinion, I won't disagree with you. I'll just be like, yeah, whatever you want. It's whatever you believe is what makes you feel however you want. But it doesn't matter to me what a person's sign is. It's how the person treats you as a human being. Yeah. But some of us can be attached to a sign and like some of us can like me, I get along with Virgo people. Like Virgo men and women, I get along with them, no problem. I don't really have other Aquarius friends. I really don't. The only Aquarius friends I have is on here. But in real life, I don't have any Aquarius friends. But I do, but my best friends are fixed signs, because there you go again. You have fixed signs, you have the cardinal signs, you have this, then you have earth, water, air, and all that, right? So my best friend is a Taurus, and my second best friend is a Scorpio. So Taurus and Scorpio and Aquarius and Leo are fixed signs. But I can't stand some Leo men, and I don't really get along with Leo men like that. So, but I get along with the Taurus and the Scorpios, you know, they're no problem. So we're all gonna be, you know, we're all gonna have certain signs where we connect to a lot, and you're gonna be like, wow, that's weird, huh? You know, that all of us I always connect to this sign all the time, and that's just the way it is. So it all depends on who we connect to, and if you find a pattern where you get along with all fire signs and you're an air sign, then that's cool. Like, so it all depends. I've talked about these things plenty of times on here. How I don't like Capricorn men, I don't like Leo men, and I don't like Aries men or women sometimes because they're the type of people who want to be annoying. You know, they want to be, they're selfish, they're annoying, and they think they know everything, and they want to like control you and the situation. Those type of people, that's what I find in those signs. Now, like I said, Capricorn women are much different to me than Capricorn men. Capricorn men are dickheads, they're assholes. They They want to like do all this bullshit to you. They think that they're better than you. You can't say nothing to them when they know every goddamn thing. But that's just some people that I've experienced. I haven't met every Capricorn man in the world to make that assumption that all of you are like that. But the ones that I've dealt with have been bad. Same with Aries men and women for me. I can't get along with them too much because they're too selfish and I don't like selfish people. But Capricorn women, like my mom's a Capricorn, and she's not selfish, you know? She's emotional and dramatic sometimes, but she's very kind and she's generous and she's cool like. But she gets mad quick, you know, if things don't go her way. But she's overall a good person. But the men is totally different. So I have my opinions of all the signs, but I don't really dwell on it too much. It don't matter to me. Christy said her Taurus moon keeps her grounded. I don't mind, like, even like because I'm an air sign, I get along with Geminis and Libras, no problem. I don't have really like, I've never experienced a evil Libra or Gemini person in my life. Like, I can't say that I have, but I can definitely tell you there's a lot of, in my life, the people that were evil to me and nasty were Capricorn men. Even Pisces men are like, they're not evil, but they're dramatic. They're like little babies. I miss my girl. My girl left me. And then they go out with another girl. There's nothing like my ex. She's the best in the world. I had to deal with that shit a couple years ago. 3 Pisces men, all born in late February, working with me for a whole year, have to listen to these 3 jackasses cry about their women. Man, I said, you guys around here, grown men, crying about your damn woman and your exes? What the fuck is wrong? When the fuck you idiots are born? All of them was born with 2 days between each other. All Pisces idiots. Like, they're literally a fish with their head out of the water flapping on the side. Pisces, man, I can't stand them either. They be too dramatic, cry babies. My girl, man, shut your ass up, man. Go get another woman, man. Leave that hoe alone. Don't worry about her. Fuck's wrong with you people? But Pisces women don't really rub me that way. Like they don't act. The Pisces women I know don't act like that. At least not around me. They won't. They don't show me that like, crybaby shit. At least the ones I know, they haven't been that way. They might cry when they get home or something. Not around me. These men were literally crying. All 3 of them. I saw all 3 of them cry about that damn women. I had to break it down to one of them one day. He got so mad at me, he almost fought because I had to tell him to his face. I was like, bro, your girl and your baby mama, she weren't your wife. You didn't get that far, but your baby mama's a hoe, bro. I had to break it down to him. I've known your baby mama my whole life. She's a hoe, bro. That's why that's why she's been married 3 times. And that's why she's the way she is. And when you were with her, she was a hoe. She was a hoe before you. She's gonna be a hoe after you. And she cheated on your dumb ass. And you dealt with it. And now you're sitting here a year later talking about, oh, I miss my ex. Are you stupid? Like, how the hell can you miss somebody who cheats on you? Like, you want me to take your temperature, bro? Let me take that temperature for you. Are you okay, bro? He wanted to fight me. He got all up in my face. Don't call my baby mama a hoe. I said, that's what she is. And you could tell her I told her. What's she gonna do? Call me? I'll tell her, look, I knew who you've been with. Fuck you talking about, woman? Don't be crying over no hoe, bro. No. You don't cry over hoes in your lifetime. If you're a man, you don't cry over no damn woman as a hoe. If you got rid of that hoe and she cheated on you, that's God saved you. See you later. I don't know. Me, I never cried over no damn hoe in my life. You must got me fucked up. Somebody better take my goddamn temperature. Me, never in life. Anytime I cried over a woman was the last woman I was with. And I cried out of anger for her lying to me so much. The amount of lies this woman told me, I was so mad. The tears were coming down my eyes. I wanted to kill this fucking woman. But I said, you know what, Mark? God saved you, bro. God saved you, bro, again from another hoe. If I cry, it's out of anger. It ain't because I miss somebody. Hell no. You can't miss nothing you ain't had. See, there you go. That fifth husband, just trying to get mutual funds and medical insurance, just trying to get life insurance, just trying to get everything, bro. A woman that gets married that many times, she's looking for benefits. Why do you think Tanya's over here talking about mutual funds and medical insurance? That she said, look, if I'm going to get married again, or if I'm going to get married, or I'm going to have a boyfriend, that mofo better have some mutual funds, medical insurance, life insurance. He better have a house. Tanya's like, yeah, you would, huh? Mm-mm. Isn't that right, Tanya? It's not easy. Sometimes you get to a point in your life where you just don't want nobody no more because you can't trust nobody. Like, it's sad. If I can trust you, I can love you for sure. That's why sometimes I tell you guys in here I love you, because I really do, because I trust you guys. But I can't tell, certain people does, where it's because I have to trust you. But it's so hard nowadays. Yeah, smart money. There you go. Tanya said, look, you got to have a Bitcoin account, mutual funds. There you go, Tanya. I don't blame you, Tanya. All I want is a woman that has her own damn money. And she ain't got to come take mine. If I find a woman that's independent, has her own place, her own money, her own transportation, her own life, right there, I'm going to love you right there. Because I know I ain't got to take care of your ass, and you ain't got to take care of mine either. All we got to do is dwell together and be together and create a future together. That's all. As long as that's out of the way, that's a plus in my eyes. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You got your shit, I got my shit. So if we break up one day, if we break up one day, you take your shit, I'm taking my shit. You ain't taking my shit. And I ain't taking your shit either. I want my own shit and go about my business. That's why for a man to get married now is a big mistake, because that woman can have a plan, and she could say, you know what, I'm going to marry this guy, and when I'm finished, I'm going to leave his ass and take half of his shit. But a guy can't do that to a woman. He can't take half your shit. So you get to keep your shit and take my shit. How is that even fair? Hell no. And what if you cheat on me? You still take my shit? No. Mm-mm. That's why if I ever get married in this lifetime, there's gonna be a piece of paper and a pen and a lawyer. If for one day, God forbid, we did got a divorce or separate or we don't want each other no more. In this clause, in this contract, you take your shit and I take my shit and goodbye. You ain't taking my house that I worked hard for. You must be crazy. You ain't taking none of my business either because I work for that too. You know, fuck that. No, no. Marky don't play those games. That's why you better be prepared for that contract. If you want to marry me, a contract and a lawyer is going to be present. So when I get on my knee and give you that ring and you say yes and we set a date, we're going to set a date for a lawyer's meeting too. Oh, babe, why is this guy here? This is my lawyer. You're going to sign this contract. And if she signs that contract, I will love her for the rest of my life. Because that will prove that she don't need what I have. She wants you should want my heart, not what I worked for. Every person, when you get into a marriage, you should want that person's heart, not their dick, not their coochie, not their house, not their money. You should want their heart because that's what got you with that person. There should be no materialistic love involved. That's it. And if you can't do that, don't make sense get married. You might just date the person for the rest of your life and just not get married and just be together. That's cool too. As long as she doesn't fluff the sheets after she farts, yeah, that's why she better not. Hell no. Her ass be rotten as hell probably, especially after she eats my food. Hey Fiona, how you doing? Hey Virgo, what's up, sweetie? You good? Yeah. You want love, loyalty, and affection. Don't we all? Don't we all? But I'm one of those smart boys. I ain't gonna never ever allow a woman to take my shit. Hell no. You think I worked all my life to give you half of my shit? For what? No way. That's why if you have your own things, you won't need mine. No, no. Well, it can happen. Like I said, I'm always on here having the faith that maybe one day, because a lot of people's dream is to get married, is to have a family, is to be with somebody for the rest of their life. A lot of people's dream is to get married, yes. But for a man, it's more difficult because you got more to lose. But if you're a man that ain't got nothing, then you ain't gonna really give nothing. So technically, if you're a man that marries a woman that has way more than you, then she ain't gonna want nothing you have anyway. And you ain't gonna get what she's got. So you might as well be a broke mofo. Just hopefully you got a nice woman that pay for your shit. That's all. There's some women out there that don't. Sorry if I'm offending anybody. I'm just stating the facts. I'm not here trying to disrespect nobody. I'm just saying what happens in the world. That's all. I'm just saying what's happening in the world. That's all. But hey, you know, the other thing that I want to say is like, sometimes you get together with somebody and they're perfectly fine, and then that person changes or that person cheats, and then your whole life gets flips upside down, right? That happens all the time to a lot of people. It ain't just happened to you. It ain't just happened to me. It's happened to many, many, many people. And sometimes the person that cheats is the person that still has a partner and still will find another partner and another partner. Because what happens is when you cheat, your karma is to always have a partner. So the devil says, you know what? You can always have what you want. You can keep cheating, you can keep dealing with a partner. And on the other hand, God says, I want you to have another partner so you can have sleepless nights thinking about if that new partner is going to cheat on your ass because you're so guilty for cheating on that person. So when you have a cheater that tries to destroy your life or tarnishes your life at one point, you got to remember deep down inside that person can't sleep nights. That person is guilty. That person's conscience is bothering them. And you might say, no, Mark, then yeah, you keep thinking that. That shit bothers you. That bothers, trust me. You know? Well, the thing is, Christy, a marriage can be forever, you know? But like you said, if you expect that that person is going to cheat, then what's the sense of getting married if that's what bothers you the most? You see? So a lot of people won't get married or they don't want a partner because they're always going to have that in the back of their mind. And if we keep having that in the back of our mind, then what's the sense of even doing it? Right? To some people. But then again, if you don't try, you're never going to know. So that's why in this day and age, every person who's in a relationship should have confident expectations that it won't happen and not have like the highest expectations because a person can change, no problem. A person can change overnight. But you can tell, like, you know what I mean? When you're with somebody, you can actually tell if they're gonna cheat or not. You can tell from the jump. And if you can't tell, then you're not doing your homework. You're getting fooled by somebody. But you can tell like if that person's gonna cheat or not. You can tell by their behavior from day one. You see what I'm saying? So we do it to ourselves. So say you and I date, right? And we start off great and we're going great. And then, you know, we're having sex. We've been together for a year. We know everything's great. And then all of a sudden, one of you, right, starts to feel like, hey, look, I met somebody else and this person is like more of what I wanted. Why the fuck didn't this person show up before this damn person? Because everybody's gonna have a preference. Everybody's gonna have a dream. A lot of people who get with each other, it's not really like the person you want, but it's close enough, right? If you're a preference person. Now, if you're not a preference person and you love somebody for their heart and you don't care what they look like, you don't care what they act like, and you love their heart like, and you want them as a person, then that person ain't never gonna cheat. You know? Exactly. But the issue, Christy, right? I totally get what you say, but the issue is nowadays, I'm not saying you, the issue is people don't want to be patient. People want shit now. You got me? People want somebody now. They want to fuck you today, marry you tomorrow, have kids after that, and then have a divorce a year later. Because that's what the world is, that's what the world has to offer now. Nothing but a bunch of fucking desperate people that don't want to do the traditional way of love. Nobody wants to date somebody for a whole pile of time without kissing them and talking to them and fucking them. Nobody does that shit no more. No one. Unless you're people like us who are really genuine and will go through that process because you don't want to find yourself fucked up as a cheater again. The more desperate you are to find somebody, the worse it's going to turn out. But if you're patient and you take your time, if you say to yourself, I'm going to be very patient because I think I found somebody decent, you know, I'm not going to get excited, but I'm going to keep working on it every day or every time I speak to the person. Then it's going to come a point where you're actually going to connect to the person, right? And you're going to be with the person in a relationship. And right from that day, when you say, we're going to be boyfriend and girlfriend, from that day, the process restarts. It's a reset. Now you got to the next stage. You got to the most important stage. You're together now. So now what? So now you have to form that complete trust and union with each other. Now comes the real test. Is, can I trust this person when they're out of my sight? But if you think negative that that person's running off to fuck somebody else, then you might as well not even say yes to a relationship. But if you have the confident expectation in your mind that, you know what, I know they're not going to do that to me. But guess what? If they do, God save me from another cheating bastard. That's how you have to look at it now. Because if you don't, you're never gonna find the right person. You have to like go all in and say, I worked myself to this stage where I trust and I love this person enough to be with them. But now comes the real test, the high trust part. Can I trust this person when they go on a trip by themselves for business? Can I trust this person because right now we're not, we're at work and he's at work and I'm at work. Are you going to keep thinking what they're doing? If you're like that, then you shouldn't be. You're insecure, right? But if you have that trust in your mind that that person ain't doing no dumb shit, then your relationship and your thoughts are going to be much better. You have to be positive, because if you're negative, then the devil's going to put that person in a predicament to make you think all the time. And people are good actors. You know, they can act like they love you just to get that sex, and that's it. They're gone. They just want to be with you. They'll be this really good person. Once they get in bed with you and they have you and they're with you for a little while, like, yeah, next, I'm done. Time for another coochie. Time for another D. Next. Because everybody doesn't really know what love is. They'll never know because they hop from one person to the next. Because that's what this world has to offer. No patience in a relationship. That's why these relationships don't work. Because nobody wants to put in the work. Nobody wants to take their time. Nobody says, hey, if I be patient and get to know this person and I really get to love them and trust them, then I don't think it's going to be a problem in the future. Let that set in your mind. You know, that's the thing you have to think about, is you have to be patient and you got to create a bond between you and that person. You have to have trust. And as soon as you get that red flag and you let it slide, that's on you now. You're the one who allowed it to slide. You're the one who said, okay, I got lied to just now, caught him in their lie, but I love him. So how are you going to love a lie for the rest of your life? So when the next one comes, you're going to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, and then you're going to fuck yourself. Then you are going to blame that person for keep doing it, but you got to blame yourself because you're the one who accepted it. That's the harsh reality of a relationship and life. It's the same thing with jobs, friends, family. If you allow somebody to keep stabbing you in the back, keep lying to your face, and keep telling you things that are not true, then you're at fault. You have to take accountability for the relationship that you created with this person. So when somebody lies to you that first time, you know you can't trust them. So you should automatically be like, goodbye. You can't accept that. You shouldn't accept that. And if you do, then you have an issue, and you're gonna be with somebody as a liar. That's why if the person you speak to and you get to know as a friend, as more than a friend or whatever they are, co-worker, boss, whatever, this applies to everything. Soon as that person lies to you that one time, they're gonna continue to do it. And if you accept the lie and keep treating them good, they're gonna be like, yeah, this dumbass don't even care if I lied to him. So they know you're a weak person. They know you're a weak person right off the bat, and they're gonna treat you like whatever they want because you allowed it to happen from the beginning. So whose fault is it? Yours. I can't say it better than that. That's it. Hey, Mystical, how you been? Oh, there you go, Kimberly. That's your answer to get rid of that person. You've been busy. That's good. Busy's good. Keeps you occupied. I'm doing good. That's. Listen, I had to blame myself plenty of times. My last relationship woke me up a lot because I was that person that I'm talking about. That's me talking about myself. I allowed the lies and the manipulation to continue because I thought that maybe it was just in my mind, or maybe she's telling the truth, but she's scared or something, or maybe she's scared to tell me things, or because it's not all the time that this happens. And then when it happened too many times, it was like, yeah, Mark, you gotta fucking dip, bro. You can't deal with this damn woman no more. This woman drive me fucking nuts. Because what happens is a liar also tells the truth sometimes. So when a person says a lie and the truth, you still have to take that lie seriously. Because they're only gonna tell the truth after a certain lies to keep you like connected, to get what they want from you. And then you gotta sit there and look at that person and say to yourself, do I want this person or do I need this person? And if you need that person, then that's on you. If you want that person, then that means you don't need them. So that means go. All right, Dan, take care, brother. Hope how did the before you go, how did the nurse appointment go? Good? Obviously you're still here, so that means you're good. But these are the things that people don't want to listen to. They don't want to hear all this shit because they think that that person's going to change. That person's never going to change. You can be with somebody for 20 something years and that person is never going to change. They might change temporarily, but they're still going to do things the same. And I don't know how anybody else feels about what I'm going to say, but I feel like there's more single people in the world than there is together. I honestly feel like there's more single people in the world now than ever. And the reason for that is because people finally woke up and said, wait a minute. This is not supposed to be this way. Yeah. It's a shame. But I don't blame the world itself. The world is beautiful. It's the people that's the problem. It's patience. It's fake love. fake everything. It's lies and envy, and it's too much bullshit out there. You can't. People don't even know what the fuck love is. They don't. They don't even know what love is. You know. Exactly, Christy. I agree with that 100%. And I'm glad you agree with me because I've seen it with my own eyes. People ain't gonna change, you know? They don't change. And they do get better at lying and they cheat and they do more bullshit. It is, yeah. It is a pattern for sure. For sure. But when I talk like this, people get mad and they're like, oh, but you know, I tried to change him. I tried to change her. And I tried to make a hoe a housewife. Or I tried to change my husband. You can't change nobody. They have to want to change on their own. People just don't get that. You ain't going to change nobody. You can change them for a little while, but they're going to go right back to that pattern again. They're going to go right back to the same person they was or is. Or like Christy says, they don't change. They just get better at lying and doing more bullshit. And then you say to yourself, what am I going to do? Because some people get trapped in a relationship. That's why I said if you backtrack to what I said in the beginning, I want somebody that has their own shit, their own life. I don't want you to fix you. I don't want you to change you. I want you to be in the same boat as me. If you and I's in the same boat, we can make that boat go forward. You got me? So if you have what you have, what I have, and we delete what our lives consist of and focus on me and you and our love and our dedication and our trust towards each other, then everything else doesn't matter. What we have, all this shit you see behind me, will not matter to you. You see what I'm saying? And when I come over to your place and I see the same type of shit, I don't care about none of the materialistic things you have. I don't even care where you live. You can live in a bigger place than me, a smaller place than me. You can have more money than me. You can have less money than me. That shit will never be applicable to how I feel about you as a person. That's never going to be a problem. But if you have what you have, that means you won't need what I got. And I ain't going to need what you got either. We should need each other's hearts and each other's love for each other. That's it. Trust and just be dedicated to each other no matter what. And see, people don't want to be that way no more. It's too hard for them to be patient enough to trust a person. They just can't do it. And people are so accustomed to lying that it becomes a part of their life. People lie so fucking much that it's actually a part of their life. And if a person loves you that much where they can tolerate your lies, then that person is going to be with you. But you're living a lie, literally. So that's why there's never going to be a perfect relationship, but it can be perfect to a point where you don't lie. A perfect relationship to me is a woman that don't lie to my face and do dumbass shit behind my back. I want a person that's going to tell me the truth every day. I shouldn't have to be a private investigator and your boyfriend. That's when you know it don't make sense being with you. If I have to be a private investigator and your boyfriend or your husband, if I have to turn into a private investigator while I'm with you, I don't want you no more. Simple. If there's 1 ounce of suspicion because you lie or I feel like you're doing some bullshit and I turn into a private investigator, and if I see with my own eyes that you're really telling the truth, then I'll never doubt it again. I wouldn't say never, but I won't doubt it as much. But if I do catch you, I'm gonna say, okay, bang, I'm so glad I caught this shit. Now I can move on with my life. Goodbye. It's easier for me to do that now because I've been through it already. If we've been through cheating and a bad partner, it should be no problem for the next round because you should be able to disconnect easier. And the heartbreak shouldn't be that heartbroken. It shouldn't be that bad. Sometimes a heart gets broken so much that it don't even work. It just pumps your blood. Does it? You know? I said that the other day to somebody, and somebody was mad at me because I said that. And I said, my heart don't even feel love for people no more. My heart just pumps blood to keep me alive. I feel like my heart ain't working for love no more because don't feel that way no more. Because it's been broken too many fucking times from friends and family and hoes, you know? Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. If you have to find yourself doing that, Christy, then it don't make sense, right? If you have to be a private investigator and a girlfriend, what's the fucking sense? It don't even make sense getting to that point. But when you become that private investigator and you find that that person is doing dumb shit, it's a good thing you did it, right? Because you, being that private investigator, you revealed the lie. So you save yourself, right? And then you can move on, right? So that's a good thing in that way. But if you have to get yourself to that point just to prove that your instincts are right, then great. Move on after that. Don't even be brokenhearted or mad. Because you got to that point where you had to make it happen. Every time I get involved with somebody or I start to like somebody, I always just let it flow naturally until that person fucks up. Because I know deep down inside, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm not going to treat you like, a piece of shit. I'm always going to treat you how I feel like I should treat you according to how you treat me. And if you're lying, then it ain't going to work. That first lie is going to turn me off. And I'm never going to probably speak to you as much. You see what I'm saying? When you lie, you become a lying friend. When you lie, you're no longer going to be a potential girlfriend. When you lie, you're not going to be no way in hell my damn wife. If you're lying to me all the time, you ain't going to be my baby mama either. You're out of all of those categories are gone. You're just going to be a lying friend. That's all you're going to be. If I decide to keep you around in my life. And everybody in this room should feel the same way. Fuck all that lying shit. And don't lie to people. Be honest so you don't have to remember your lies. Lying ain't going to get you nowhere. All lying to somebody does is create boundaries between you and that person, and you're not going to be a trustworthy source. Being trustworthy means everything in this world today. When somebody says, hey, I trust you, you know how much of a value that is for you as a person, as a character? You know how much value that brings to you? What a great reputation that is when somebody says, hey, I trust you. Would you rather somebody say you're a fucking liar? Or would you rather somebody say, hey, I trust you with my life? There you go. I rest my case. Court adjourned. You can take the cowboy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the cowboy. Yeah, that's true. I've heard that before, Kimberly. Yeehaw. But yeah. It's sad, but you know what? Don't let it make you sad. Don't give up. You know? I've never given up. I've never given up on love or trying to find it. Sometimes you find it late, sometimes you find it early. And sometimes you find it when you least expect it. And sometimes when you think you find it, it ain't really like that. And sometimes you find it and you have to work on it for a long period of time so you can make sure that this shit's gonna work. So be patient, take your time, learn to trust, and you can test that person's sincerity every time. There's nothing wrong with testing a person's sincerity. You understand? Test that person's sincerity before you go further and further and further. Test them to see if they're really about that love life. Test them to see if they really like you or love you like that. You gotta speak up. You gotta say shit. You gotta test them out. Nothing wrong with that. They keep passing the test, and you know you gotta keep her. You know the person's got potential to be a life partner. Yeah, I know. I'll never give up on anything. I don't give up on anything in my life. If anybody knows me, they know I never give up. I might take a break, but I'll never give up. The only thing with me is, like I said, if I can trust you, I can love you. It's that simple. Trusting somebody means everything to me. But the only way I can trust you is if you tell me the truth all the time, no matter what. Even if it might hurt, or even if, like, you might think that I might look at somebody there, you look at you different, you have to tell the truth. You have to say things. That's why sometimes when I tell people my life or I say things to people, it's all true. It's no lies. So that way, when anything comes up, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you did tell me that, yeah." Or yeah, I see it now. What you mean? And I'm glad that builds trust when that moment comes to fruition. You know what I mean? But then people are like, "Oh, I thought you said this. Oh, fuck, I got caught in my lie." That's why people say what they say. It's better to be honest and not to remember your lies. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. There's no reason to be sad. If you reveal and see the truth, you can't waste your time. I agree. But see, some of us get caught in the initial person that we deal with, right? And that's normal because when we meet somebody, right, we're like, yes, this person's decent, like, or yeah, I'm attracted to this person. Or, hey, maybe this is going to be the one. And don't say you don't do it. Of course, we all do it. We meet somebody, we're like, oh, yeah, this is potential here. All right, cool. Like, let me see how far this is going to go. But in the back of your mind, you're like, huh? Sometimes you say, oh, this is too good to be true. Or then some people say, oh, why is this person single? Then you got to look at yourself. Why the fuck are you single? Don't always look at the other person. You can't always look at the other person because you don't know what that person that you just met's going through. They could go through shit worse than what you did. See, that's a lot of people's mentality. They say, oh, why has this person been single? Did you ever ask them why? Do you know their whole story? No, because you just met them. They're not going to trust you and tell you everything all one time. There's a lot of things that a 40 something year old or a 50-year-old or a 60-year-old goes through in their fucking life. That person's not going to be able to tell you their whole life in a fucking month. But that's something that we have to have into consideration. Is the person that we meet today and that we've getting to know for the next couple months, and we start to connect, You got to understand there's a lot of things that you don't know about that person, but you'll get to know as you go because the person's going to open up to you and tell you shit. And then when they tell you something and you look at them, you're like, oh, fuck. They have been through more than me shit, you know? So you give that person starts to gain more value to you because you respect what they've gone through and where they've come and how they've come through it. See? And then both of you, when you're together, right? Both of you, when you get together and you create this long-term relationship, you start to respect each other more and more because of what you've gone through. Yeah, I agree with you 1,000,000%. That's why I always say the truth. I have to. The only time I lie to somebody, right, is when they lie to me so I can give them their own medicine. You got me? That's the only time I lie. But see, that's a different type of lie, right? Because there's many lies. I can lie to you right now to surprise you for your birthday, right? But I'm not really lying in a devilish, nasty way. I'm lying to you to get you to do something that's going to benefit you. So the lie gets erased because it's not a bad one. See, there is lies, and then there's, you know, real fucking nasty lies, and there's lies that that are bullshit, right? So if a person comes to me, many times a person would say, "Oh, you working, Mark? How's work?" Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, work's good, whatever, whatever." I'm telling the truth, work is good or whatever. And then like, "Oh yeah, um, how much did this or whatever?" But they want to be pokey and know your business and shit. I lie to them. I'm like, "Yeah, this and that." I'm like, "Fuck you. You don't need to know my goddamn business." That's the only time I'll lie to somebody that's ignorant and somebody who doesn't need to know my life. That's the only time that I feel like a lie is okay because you're actually using it to defend your privacy, and they don't need to know you. It's like when a guy says to a woman, "Oh, hey, sweetheart, how you doing? Oh, you're beautiful as fuck. Can I get your number?" And you ain't got no boyfriend, but to get that guy away from you, you tell him, "Oh, I'm got a boyfriend." But you're lying to protect yourself. That's a whole nother ball game of lies, right? I feel like that's okay to do because you're protecting yourself or you don't want that person around you. Now, when you're with somebody, you start lying and shit. That's a whole nother. You know what I'm saying? That's bad lies. But lying just to get somebody away is cool. Like, fuck you. You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference. There you go, Kimberly. Good night, sweetheart. Take care. Yeah, we got to keep spirit and our angels busy. They ain't got nothing else better to do but then protect us. Yeah. But it's all good. People gotta understand, you know, that this is the way it's gotta be. And everybody should take their time getting to know people. And it happens in here many times where you meet somebody, everything is cool, and all of a sudden, poof, everything goes to shit. Just from a lie, just from the way a person acts, just jealousy, anything, it can explode anytime. It happens in here all the time. It happens everywhere. It happens all over. It doesn't matter. See, you got to just siphon out all the evil and all the lies and all the nastiness. And then once you do that, it goes back to normal until the next fucking episode of lying bullshit comes. And that's just life, man. We have to understand that life is never going to be perfect and there's always going to be a lying motherfucker in your life. There's always going to be good people in your life, bad people in your life, but it's up to you as a person to control what happens. You can't continue to be with a person that lies to you all the time. If you're suspicious about somebody, it's for a reason. If you feel like this person's jealous of you and you don't want them around you, disconnect, bro. It's very easy. You have to control how you deal with your own life. You can control who's in your life. You can control who's not in your life. You can control all those things, but you don't want to sometimes. And then if you do and you know how to control it, then your life is so much better. But I can only tell you these things, but it's up to you to co-create with spirit to make it happen. You know? You are who you hang around. So if you hang around decent people, you might get decent results. You hang around shit, you're gonna stink. It's that simple. So it's nice to take your time, get to know people. Like I've said many times, I've known some people in here for 10 years. I've known some people in here for 5 years. I've known some people in here for 1 month. Just like everybody else. You trust people, you don't trust people, and the ones you trust are going to be around for a long time. You can meet me right now and trust me forever. Just like that. Same way, I can meet you right now and trust you for a very long time. It's that simple. But if you meet somebody and you think they're shady, well, stick with that thought. Because if you're feeling that from jump, it's going to be that way. 9 out of 10 times it's going to be that way. So it's okay. It's okay to be that way. It's okay to fucking choose who you want to be around or choose whatever you want with your life. I ain't going to judge you. You do what you want. Don't ever say Marky didn't tell you. And I ain't perfect either. You know, but I try to be. Lying is something I don't want to do, don't need to do, and don't have to do. I'd rather be the truth. And sometimes telling the truth all the time will get you hated. You have less friends. But the ones that are around you, they know what time it is. They know what type of person you are. You know what I mean? So be trustworthy and tell the truth every day. It's good for you. You'll feel like a much better person if you do that. It's kind of like common sense, but I don't know why people just don't want to do it. It baffles my mind every day how people just keep lying all the time. It's annoying. Like I said, we all say a lie here and there, probably most likely to protect ourselves or whatever, and that's normal. Or you just want to lie to somebody because they don't want to, you don't need them to know your business. You know? So, and that's cool. But when you're in a relationship with somebody or a really friendship, a really good friendship, you don't want to lie to somebody. Because when they catch you, you're going to lose a good person. And a lot of people ain't going to really think about that. They don't think about the loss until afterwards. That's why I'm the type of person that once you do some dumb shit to me, that's it. I'm not speaking to you no more. And everybody thinks that I'm harsh for doing that. No, I'm smart for doing that. Because I just eliminated a person I can't trust. So how is that bad? If I can't trust you, then why should I have you around me? I only want people around me that I trust. So what's so bad about that? Explain what's so bad about and about having somebody you want to trust and to not trust. Like what the fuck? Are you serious? So I'm bad because I just delete people out of my life? No, that's why my life ain't fucked up. That's why I don't have no fucking weirdos around me aggravating me every day. Hell no. And I don't mind being cool with you for many years and many months. But when you fuck up, don't think I'm just gonna say, okay, cool. Let me put a tick next to your name as a fuck up. No. Your name's deleted. Goodbye. I don't need you. There's billions of people in this world. Why should I hold on to a liar? People got to understand that that's the way it should be. 20 years ago, you didn't know you was gonna be here talking to me. You know what I mean, Virgo? How long we known each other? That's why, man. It's fucking hard out here. It's hard to find decent people. And I'm not even trying to find no decent people. People just say bad people just come into your life, like, and you're like, oh fuck, here we go, another weirdo, like, you know. Then you got a decent person in your life. But you know what? God rewards you. When you get rid of somebody, a good person comes in your life. You ever notice that? I don't know if anybody else has that happen to them, but I do. Like if I get rid of somebody, someone decent comes into my life. It's like, fuck, look at that shit. I just got rid of this fucking moron, and this decent person comes into my life. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, it's like a reward. Like you got rid of this fucking devilish weirdo, and now you got a decent person in your life. Like, and then you say to yourself, fuck, this is weird. Like, really? That's all I had to do is get rid of this motherfucker, and then I guess get a good person in my life? All right, cool. I'm gonna keep doing it then. So I got some more decent people in my life. You're next, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel, yo. It happens all the time, man. It's crazy. It's like a reward. Chrissy's like, yes. Yes, Mark. Virgo just laughs at my ass. She be laughing at me all the time. Both of you be laughing at me. That is so good, though. We're all gonna be all right. The reason we are where we are right now is because we're good people. Because bad people usually have bad situations. The good people are just, minding their own business, waiting for their turn. You know. Amen. Amen, sister. Sister Christy. Amen. Amen. I'm glad you think like that. I guess I must be rubbing off on you, you know. Christy be like, no mofo. I'm rubbing off on your ass. Sometimes people are with each other to help each other understand that there's more to life than bullshit. Rub your feet. Nah, nah. I'll rub your feet. It's cool. If I love you like that, I would. If me and you was going out and you said, baby, I've been on my feet all day. Can you rub my feet, Marky? And you went like this with your feet like this in my face, I'll be looking at you like, you're lucky I love you, bitch. You made me fucking smell these goddamn feet real quick. I'll be putting up these feet like this. I'll be like, and then when you go like this, I'll be like, oh, fuck. Feels good, baby? Mm-hmm. All right. Fuck. All right. Yeah, I didn't smell that bad. It's cool. And I'll be examining them. Everything's okay. Yeah, everything's cool, baby. You just close your eyes. I'm got you. I'll be looking at them toes. I'll be like, my baby's got some good feet here. I never really saw her damn feet until I started rubbing them. They be looking good. What's up, Sky? Why you keep sniffing though? Because the feet. I gotta smell the top part, right? That I can actually smell. Cause what am I supposed to do? Twist their fucking, foot up. So I gotta go like this is their foot, right? So I'm gonna smell the top part, right? Or this is the toes right here. So you gotta go. Then you gotta give them this. When you see her eyes closed, you gotta go like that. Look. All right, yeah, that's cool. You gotta make sure there's no lint on the bottom from the socks, or ain't got no calluses and crusty ass shit. Cut your fingers up. I don't want my fingers to be smelling like our crusty ass toes. You gotta give it the smell test. All right, cool. I got a thing with feet, bro. I can't handle them feet. You know where feet's been? No. But if you got sexy feet and you got nice toes and shit, and you keep them clean, I'll rub them for you. You ain't touching my damn feet though. Hell no. No. You won't be touching my feet. I'm too ticklish. I don't like people touching my feet. My feet's fine. I don't need them to be rubbed. You rub something else. She goes, now that I know to spray perfume on them. No, don't spray no damn perfume on them. You just gotta clean them. You gotta make sure they ain't crusty when you got me rubbing them and shit. Oh no. I ain't licking no toes. No fucking way. No. I can't handle no stank ass feet, bro. No. That ain't happening. Marky don't like no smelly feet. In order for me to rub my woman's feet, I gotta really love her. You'll lick my toes? No, you won't. No, you fucking won't. I'll kick you in your chops. I'm like, don't you dare do that shit, woman. No. You lick my toes, I'm gonna look at you different. I mean, this woman did not just lick my toes. I don't want you to lick my toes. You gotta lick something else. Fucking that damn toes. That's just gross. And white woman said, baby, I want you to lick my toes. Licking fucking no damn toes. You must be mental. That shit's gross. I'll throw the fuck up. I'll throw up as soon as I even lick it the first time. I'll be like, fuck, this is gross. Can't lick no damn toes. You crazy? You know where them things have been? Sweating all day at work in your dirty sneakers or your Crocs and shit. And don't give me them toes with the fucking big ass toe is right here, and then the next toe is overlapping like that and bigger than the other one. I'll be like, fuck. Fucking shit get caught up in my gums and shit. Your nail make me bleed. I ain't sucking no damn toes. How fucking no. Not in this lifetime. Never sucked no toes in my life, and I never will. No. Marky don't suck toes. Fuck that shit. You find somebody else to suck damn things. Not Marky. But if you just came out of the shower, I still ain't gonna lick your damn toes. No, no. If you come out of the shower, right? I'll rub your toes after that, after you come out of the shower, because they'll smell nice. You know? I'll rub your toes after the shower, but don't think I'm rubbing them damn toes when you come home from work. You be like taking your sneakers off, and then you take your socks and be like, hey baby, my feet are hurting. You wanna rub them? Like, you better get your fucking ass in the shower first. Oh, you're fucked up. If you love me, you no, no. If you love me, you're gonna go wash them crusty ass sweaty toes that you've been on all day, and then I'll fucking rub your feet. Rip socks off and rub nothing. No, no. You better rip them socks off and go get a damn shower first, and then I'll rub your toes. My hands ain't getting dirty full of your damn fucking sweat. No, no. Hell no. I'll rub your feet though. That's fine. But they gotta be clean. They have to be clean. When you come out of the shower, you're like, all right, baby, I'm ready for my toe rub, my foot rub. I'm like, okay, baby, come here. And then if you put them up to my face like this and say, lick them, I'm like, look, girl, you better put your feet down before I fucking break your ankles. You better leave them things away from my mouth, woman. Just giving you a fucking foot rub is bad enough. You ain't licking them things. You must be crazy. Hell no. No, no. No, no. And you ain't licking mine either. Hell no. Mark ain't doing none of that dumb shit. Toes are out of the question. Mm-mm. No toes allowed. Everybody knows me from the years I've been on here. I always say that shit. Ain't no toes allowed around here, bro. If you want your toes licked and all that shit, I'm not the guy for you. And don't think you're gonna change me and get me to do it. You can't even pay me to do that shit. Hell no. I'm gonna throw up. Just thinking about it makes me nauseous. Ugh. That shit's gross. I don't care if them things had a manicure, pedicure, all that shit. No, no. A couple $1 billion? Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm gonna die after I suck them crusty toes anyway, so that money that I get ain't gonna do no difference. No, in my luck, I'll be sucking some nasty toes and get some disease. I'll probably get toe fungitis and die of a rare fucking toe jam disease from sucking that shit. That $1 billion won't mean nothing no more. I ain't doing it. No, no. And that damn $1 billion, hell no. Fuck that money, I'm gonna die anyway. How did you get all this money? Oh, Mark sucked some crusty toes and got $1 billion. You're joking. I'm dead serious. Nah, that's cool. If I want to go on a yacht, I'll pay to go on there, and I still ain't suck no toes. That's good. I tell you, sucking toes is out of the question. There's no money that will get me to do that shit. That's something that's a no-no in my life. Hell no. No, no. There's certain things you just don't do in life. That's one of them for me. I can't do that shit. That shit's gross. Mm-mm. Some body parts ain't meant to be sucked on, and toes is one of them. Hell no. No, no. Even a damn animal don't even suck their own toes and all that shit. Ugh. Good seeing you, Sky. Thanks for coming by. I'm gonna head out of here myself. It's 1 o'clock in the morning here. We've talked about a lot of things in here today. Anybody who watches this damn live, a 2 hour live, we went from peeling a lemon to getting Panda not sick again, and all these remedies, onions, all this shit. Then it went to Tuz. Then it went to relationships and back to Tuz again. Feet, Tuz, sex on the beach. And no cards got pulled and no readings got done. See, there's a bunch of bullshit talk and all this crazy ass shit. See, it's gonna be like that some nights. Peeing in wetsuits. I forgot about that too. Yes, peeing. These are all the things that you bring in this chat room, Christy. I thought you was a good girl, and now you're showing your true colors around here. See, peeing in wetsuits, right? Licking toes. See, you're getting sex-cited in here now. I knew it was coming. See, everybody, Christy showing that she's freak. She's a freak in the sheets. See. She wants to lick my damn toes now, pee in the wetsuit to get warm when she goes in the water. See what I'm saying? Get her toes rubbed, lick, all sorts of shit. See that, love? What am I going to do with these damn women? See how they act in here? See, I knew you was going to blame me. Everybody always blames me. I bring it up because I was telling you about, the people that were doing it. I never told you they were sucking each other's toes. I was trying to heal people, see? And of course, I had to mention sex on the beach. Look, Fiona came back in and her licking toes. She's like, I'm next. Fiona, would you let somebody lick your toes? Do you think it's appropriate to have somebody lick your toes, Fiona? I feel like Fiona's a conservative woman. Let's see what her conservative answer is. After I get Fiona's answer, I'm leaving. Oh shit. Virgo, what about you? You want your toes licked? Virgo's like, look, bro, I already told you. See, look, Fiona said a hard pass on that one. She's like, ain't nobody licking these damn toes. No. I'm good. Thank you, Fiona, for your honest answer. See? Virgo's like, well, it has happened. It has happened to me. I got my toes licked. Well, I can understand that. Some men would do it, but not me. You got me fucked up. Hell no. If you're into that, I'm not the guy for you. Marky don't play those games. No. After dating a 6-toe hoe, that was a lot of toes to suck, so I never tried doing it. I don't know. See, look, Virgo said, look, bruh, I have pretty little feet, and they felt like they had to kiss it. Answer. Hey, Virgo, I don't blame you, if they do it and you liked it, oh well. Virgo is fine ass, they were like, look, girl, you be fine as hell. Got this Latina little shorty here. Let me suck her toes. Fuck this shit. And look, it still didn't work. You got your toes sucked and that mofo left, see? He's gonna suck somebody else's toes now. See, it was good while it lasted. Can you imagine like walking down the street and then seeing somebody be like, I suck their toes? When I walk down the street, I say I ain't sucked none of these hoods toes, and it's gonna stay like that to the day I die. That's what I do when I walk down the street. I say I suck none of your goddamn toes. Fuck you. Hell no. You're damn right. I can honestly look at everybody and say that ain't happening. I don't care how pretty your damn feet is, it ain't happening. I'll satisfy you in a different way, not your damn toes though. I respect those pretty little feet, but that's about it. All right, guys, let me get the fuck out of here. It's 1:00 in the morning. And to anybody who watches this live, remember that I don't suck no toes, all right? So, all right? And if you want your toes sucked, I'm not him. It ain't happening. Okay? And also, if you watch this live, you ain't seeing no readings happen. There was no cards pulled. Okay? And there's a lot of things you can learn from this live. Okay? Peeing in a wetsuit will warm you up if you go in the water. Peeling a lemon and drinking it in hot water can cure your cold. Raw onions. And, don't have sex on the beach in Bermuda because you'll get arrested. And remember, if you want to date Christy, she'll suck your toes. Okay? And if you want to date Virgo, she says she wants her toes sucked. Okay? There you go. That's a recap of tonight. Yours truly. Yours truly is gone. And remember, I don't do none of that shit. Okay? And Fiona, she don't want her toes sucked either. All right? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.